We're going to play the last, thank you for that. We're going to play the last few minutes of, these are just some sound bites. We do a call every Saturday for our business builders. If you've never had an opportunity to join us on a business builder call, it's a really, really special event. Drop in, there we go. It's a really special event. We have a lot of fun together. And so we're going to play the last few minutes of some sound bites from Saturday's call, and then we'll jump into today's call. Thank you again if you're here for the first time. Welcome to today's call. We're really, really excited to get into it today. We're going to give it a couple more minutes while folks are still joining the room to give you a little taste of what we do on Saturdays. Mindset, we're talking about perspective, character, we're talking about creating the experience that you desire to have as opposed to reliving experiences you've already had. And so I appreciate you guys that show up on these calls, that are open to learning and growing professionally, growing personally, knowing that whatever results you get are simply a byproduct of what you become along the way. And so these calls are a product of your becoming. And I'm really, really appreciative and honored that I get to be a part of that journey to contribute something to what you're learning along the way. And hopefully the takeaway from these moments and these calls for you guys really drives home the point that we've made, and we've kind of said it, but you have to experience it really. You know, I've heard somebody say, all learning is experienced. You can hear words that gives you perspective, but hopefully this experience helps to make sense of what we've been talking about, which is that we are so much more than a product. We've got an amazing product, as you all already know. We're super excited about the product. It has proven itself to be phenomenal. We're proud to represent it, but we're so much more than that. And the intangible value of being able to show up with like-minded people that are going on a similar journey, that are looking to understand crypto better, looking to wrap their heads around it, to be able to take advantage of an opportunity to grow income and wealth. Guys, it's such a unique space that we're a part of.
You know, you're inspiring every single time. That's why I love coming to this. I'll break my neck to come to the Saturday calls because you really inspire, and that brings such clarity to a lot of things. That's amazing that you brought that up, because coming into crypto, I never knew of, and going kind of deep into this, into your subconscious and what past can bring to the future. And you tying that in with people who have had experiences with other platforms that didn't work out, then other platforms that didn't work out. It's perfectly said. So I'm grateful for having been on this call today to hear that, to resonate even more than it already did. So thank you again for everything that you do.
All right. Okay, guys, welcome again to today's call. This is the Monday corporate update call for EazyBot. It is Monday, August 1st. Welcome to August. We are on the downside of 2022, but definitely on the upside of things here at EazyBot. So many amazing things happening. We're very, very excited about what we've accomplished. We had an amazing July. We're set up and poised for an awesome August. Those of you guys who have been trading with us through the entire month of July, you saw your bots absolutely on fire, especially a couple of days there towards the end of the month. And so Mohammed's going to jump in today and actually go into a couple of updates. We'll look at a live account, lots of stuff to cover for today. But I'm going to introduce and ask our beloved Coach Ken. We call him Coach Ken because that's really the perfect name for him. I remember when I met Coach Ken more than a year ago. I remember having a conversation with my wife after we knew Coach for a while. And we were in this business of crypto and building a team. And I remember saying to my wife, this guy is the perfect person for this. Like he understands trading. He has an absolute love for people. It's genuine, it's sincere. He works hard. He's constantly at it. And so when I had the privilege of meeting Coach Ken, I just knew that this was the perfect connection to going down this road. And so it's my honor and my privilege to introduce to some of you guys our Chief Sales Officer and a good friend of mine and a mentor, Coach Ken. We love you and appreciate you. Want to kick us off here today, Coach?
Yeah, sure. I know we have a lot to cover, so I'll be concise. But guys, everything that you're experiencing here was born out of a heart to serve others in a way that in this cryptocurrency space, there's tremendous amount of danger, so to speak. We've all experienced that with companies that were just walking away with people's cryptocurrency and breaking hearts. And we created a community to expose that, not in a way that we were all negative on different companies, but when somebody would try to introduce something like that to us, because we got burned ourselves, we were able to expose those types of deals, and never condemning anybody, never judging anybody, because we were there ourselves at one time, but sharing our concerns and warning them. If you move forward with that, you're going to end up hurting not only yourself, but others. This whole community was created out of that. We found a bot that we didn't have to turn our money over to somebody else, that we were in control of our assets. We just connected the bot. That bot needed to be enhanced, but because it was out of China, there was no customer service. And I'm not going to go into details. Listen to our story, guys, because what ended up happening, because of our heart to serve, we created our own support Zoom room, and Muhammad came in, and after the market crashed in 2021 in May, people found themselves holding. Now, because we spot trade, we're not leveraged or margin trading. Big difference, because leverage and margin trading, when the market crashes, you lose everything. Your chances of losing everything is super high. So we didn't want to do that. We felt that would put people at a much higher rate of risk. And so spot trading, the entire market would have to go to zero for everybody to lose everything. The chances of that happening are very, very slim right now, especially with the institutional money that's coming into crypto. And where we as a group believe crypto is going to go in the next 5 to 10 years, we're positioned right now with this product, guys. The sky's the limit. An individual, and this is where our heart was, if we could find something, and that's why we like the other bot, where an individual could create wealth without recruiting, we knew it would grow organically. The only difficulty over there is there was no customer service, and the bot needed more parameters to be customizable than what it had for it to be really, really fine-tuned. And in the process, Muhammad had some friends, some investors that he had helped within our community, not knowing they were investors, and for no monetary gain. Guys, that's what you're going to see at the heart of the leadership here. We care about people more than we care about lining our pockets with people's money. This is very important, guys. When you understand this and you get this and you join forces with us, the sky is the limit for you. Our comp plan, which we don't talk about much, it's phenomenal. But our product is so strong, we don't need to talk about the comp plan. We don't need to push, recruiting 3 who will recruit 3 who will recruit 3. We don't have to do that here, guys. Matter of fact, it's a unilevel. You can go as wide as you want. But what we have is a product that makes people, it multiplies their cryptocurrency day in and day out, and people are seeing it. We did need a proof of concept. We knew how Muhammad had designed this bot that it would perform in a downward trend in a bear market. We just didn't know how well it was going to perform. And oh my goodness, did we have the perfect proof of concept atmosphere, because we opened in March of 2022. And at that point, the market had reached its highest point for this whole year. We came in at the highest point of the market, and the market began to drop, and it went into a bear market, a crypto winter, so to speak. And this bot has performed. And matter of fact, I'm gonna stop there. Guys, you're at the right place with the right company at the right time. And you hear that all the time. Guys, I'm telling you, in this industry, we've got the best bot. Our bot alone could set you free financially if you'll follow a strategy and not succumb to fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You'll hear it in the space, in the industry. It's called FUD. It's created by the institutional traders and governments. If you will not succumb to that, because they're all coming in, including the governments, guys. But they're trying to shake the small investor out so that they can swoop in, buy at low prices, and then make a fortune. We're the ones that are going to make a fortune. You guys that are in EazyBot, if you will follow a strategy and don't succumb to fear, uncertainty, and doubt, don't succumb to FUD, you're going to be part of the largest transference of wealth in the history of mankind. We truly believe this. Okay. So with that, I'm going to bring David back in. Thank you, David. You're incredible. The hardest working COO I've ever met in my life. This guy works morning, noon, and in the middle of the night because our dev team is overseas, and he's up in the middle of the night working with the dev team to improve this. And wow, what a system we have. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Coach. Yeah, it's interesting. We've got team members on West Coast of the United States, Australia, in Europe, in Asia. So interesting schedule to keep up with.
Middle East, yep.
Yeah, Middle East. I always forget our headquarters is right there in Dubai. Okay, guys, so speaking of headquarters in Dubai, I'm going to get out of the way, but I want to make one quick announcement. We have a few more that we'll come back with later on in the call. But the quick announcement is it's going to lead into what we're going to do here today. So for the past few months, we've been doing what we call market and trading insights calls every other Friday. And those are amazing calls. They're incredibly well attended. I think it's very clear that everybody loves and enjoys those calls. And so we are also doing every single Monday a corporate update. That's the call that you're in right now, where our intention is really just to talk about what's happening in the world of EazyBot. What are some new things that you can expect, come to expect? And we're at the point in our development of the product where we're really reaching a level of maturity. The product is very stable, it works fantastically well. We're seeing consistent scaled up growth. So there's just less and less important major updates that we need to talk about on a Monday. Now we have some major updates that are coming in all throughout the fall. You'll see improvements to our user experience and our user interface. You'll see more reporting coming for bots and for your genealogy, for those of you participating in the affiliate rewards. Lots of updates coming, but not a whole lot to really talk about on a Monday call. So what we decided to do is, since we're showing up here anyway on a Monday, why don't we combine the effort, and we'll do updates, we'll make any important announcements, but we're going to move the call that we were doing every other Friday. And during these Monday calls is when we'll go through and we'll start looking at some of the bots, some of them that you'll recognize because we'll talk about them every week. And then sometimes we'll jump into just kind of a random account and evaluate exactly what's happening or what has happened over the last week or so. So we're really excited about that because every single week we'll be able to look in real time, and see, how's the bot handling? We can talk about what's happened in the market over the previous week and how has EazyBot handled that. And we can look at that in various accounts. So today we've got the pleasure and the privilege of our CEO, Muhammad Ali. He's not just our founder and CEO, but he is also the designer of the strategy that we're so excited about with EazyBot. One thing to make sure that you know, if you're a guest on today's call, is that EazyBot is designed to consistently earn profits for you no matter what's happening in the market. Market goes up, EazyBot's going to make profits. Where it gets really tricky for most other bots is when the market goes down. For EazyBot, not a problem at all. And we'll look at some examples of that here today. When the market's going down, we're still making profit. And we do that without any risk of leverage, losing an entire account because we're betting on an outcome. It's an algorithm intelligently, brilliantly designed by our CEO. And so the next voice you're going to hear is that of Muhammad Ali, our CEO from our headquarters in Dubai. Muhammad, come on in.
Hey, David, while Muhammad's coming in, let me just interject. We've had people ask, well, why are your headquarters in Dubai? Well, guys, we were a global community prior to EazyBot, and Muhammad was a part of that community. Muhammad is from Dubai, and he is our founder and CEO, and we have actual offices in Dubai. So, and all of us that are on the executive team and many more have been to the offices. And so that's why we're in Dubai. Muhammad, coming live from Dubai.
Hey, Coach.
Muhammad, how long have you lived in Dubai for?
I think it's about 23 years, more or less, 23 years.
23 years.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll just share the normal progress that I used to share on Friday. On today, since we are just converting now, we're not doing Friday calls anymore. It's going to be every Monday. So the last section will be mine to discuss about the market insights, and we're going to look at the same account that we have been looking at, and we're going to look also at that trade that we're following, the AAVE. So let me just start by sharing my screen and go to the PowerPoint. I prepared a small presentation here. Okay, so yeah, these are the topics. We're going to see how EasyBot is pulling down the average price on the same trade that we have been following for the last 3 months. And we'll see how EasyBot is taking profit when the market is going up. And we'll look at the account performance. Okay, so this is, let me just move forward. It's not supposed to be this way. Okay. This is the last week on 22nd, on the last Friday, when we were discussing, this was the situation of this coin. The price was 96, and the profit was up to 806.9. The average price was 173.17. The starting trade is the same. The price was 251. So the analysis are below here. The market have dropped about 61%. Still, EasyBot have made 806 in profit, and the trade on the top was pulled down 31%, which is 77.83. So let's look at from 22nd of July until now, which is, we're talking about 10 days or 9 days from that time until now. So
Mohammed, how much were they, did they start trading with this particular token?
The initial amount started here was 8,100, and then we increased when the market moved down a little bit. So,
okay.
Yeah. So here, this is the situation right now on 1st of August. The initial price is the same. It's 251 because we cannot change that happened already. And right now the price, yeah, look at this, guys. The market price is almost the same as it was before 10 days. It's now it's previously it was 96. Now it's 97.2. So not a big difference, but in between that timeline of 10 days, the market have really moved up and down many times. And the bot is using that kind of movement to create profit. So let's see how much profit I've created. Okay, so the market price is 97, as you can see here. So the market have dropped 61%, almost the same as before, comparing the initial price with the current market price. The average price have really moved down. Previously, if you can see here, it was 173.17. Right now it's 168. And that, how did it happen? Because of the market movement, and 50% of the profit is used to pull that down. The profit right now have increased to 928. So within these couple of days, the bot have profit about 122 USDT. And that's only 50% of the profit, because the other 50% was used to bring down that average price from 173 to 168. That means the total drop of the average price from the top trade is moved from 31 to 32.89%. And it will keep on happening day in and day out until eventually the market price is going to be meeting with the average price, where the whole trade is going to be closed when the market goes above the average price by 1.5%. Then start the process of taking profit or closing the trades. Maybe that's going to happen 40% down this trade, or 50%, or even more. We don't know. We just keep on watching and following the market, because we cannot create the market. We can only follow the market and adapt to that. Okay, this is about pulling down the average price. Now, let's talk about this trade here, which have made, look at this here, this trade. This trade specifically have made, and not this one actually, sorry, let me just correct it while we're in the call. It's supposed to be this one. Okay. If you see in this cycle here, normally trades are making like $1, $2, $3 in profit, except for this one. This one here have made 9.9 USDT, this small trades. Why did it make this? Because when we look at the market movement, it was just here. And when the market really went up high here, and then it closed the trade up, because as we said, EasyBot is always using retracement. unless the market starts showing some movement down by 0.5%, it's not going to be closing the trade. And that's where it happened. This was the average. So this is where the price taken, where the trade has taken. It was taken at the price of 95. This is AAVE. Yeah, it's AAVE 95, and that was on 31st of July, exactly at 12:21 p.m. Dubai time. That was the place, and the market started moving down. It did not reach to a point where it can take the next cover. Actually, I think it took the next cover, not sure. So then here, it came to a place where it can close the trade. It was somewhere here. But the market was only moving up. If you look at this green candle, that means the market was moving up. So the bot decided not to close it here, to close it at the highest possible points. And that's what happened. It just went up high here, waited for the market to reach the peak. And then the market started moving down by the 0.5%, then closed it here. So instead of just making 1%, it made 9.19%. And that's how exactly I designed the strategy to work. Another trade here, this one actually made 13.57%. If you look at the top here, it was the first trade was taken at the price of 1.31. This coin, I think, is CRV. Yes, it's CRV. And that was on 28th of July at 5:46 p.m. Dubai time. You can look at the chart, real chart in Binance or in KuCoin, and you will find the exact numbers. And then the market went down -2%, and then it took the next trade. Took another trade at the price of 1.283. 83, yes, 1.283. That was at like 1 hour later, more or less, 6:34 p.m. And then from that point here, this is the average. One trade was taken here, one trade was taken here. So from that point, the market was only going up, moving up, if you can see here, was only moving up. So EasyBot was always following the highest price, waiting for a retracement. Here, if you see the market have retraced a bit, but it's not equivalent to the 0.5 that's needed to close. So the market kept on moving up. And then it went to the peak here, and then it started moving down. And this is where it closed the trade when the market went down by 0.5%, ending up making 13.57% instead of just making instead of just making 1%, 13.5%.
Wow.
Normally, these cycles in the same trade are making as low as 1 USDT or 2 USDT, but this one made 29.9 USDT in profit because the market was going up. So did I know
this
that the market
was all on Thursday? This was all on Thursday. Okay,
right.
This was in a
24-hour
period, guys.
And it closed at 10. On the same day at 10.
Wow.
10
This
PM.
is the power of the, it's like a trailing sell order, guys. In trading, they have something called a trailing stop that it's like a safety net. When the market's dropping real fast, it'll close out that sell. Unless the market's dropping too fast, then it could go right through that stop. And, you know, people that are trading based on this type of strategy, they're freaking out. We're here when the market drops, we want it to drop fast, because we don't have a trailing stop, we have a trailing buy. And when the market goes up fast, it's the same thing. It's a trailing sell. So we could see right here, this one particular trade on CRV, and this week we killed it on CRV. I know my account did, I've got a buddy's account that did, I mean, killed it on CRV. So this is so exciting. This is the importance of diversification too, because you don't know which token is going to do this. So, you know, we offer the free version, you get to trade with 2 tokens, but you really aren't diversified enough to really catch these. So the key is to upgrade to at least the advanced, where you could be trading 10 tokens. But this is so powerful. I know I interrupted you. I'm really good at that, Mohammed. I'm so sorry, brother.
That's okay. Don't worry. That's fine. So yeah, these are 2 examples of. If we are to find more examples, there are, I think, hundreds of examples right now, but we just picked up those which came to our knowledge while we are looking at the accounts and so on and so forth. So if you look at your own account, if you're trading this coin, you would see something like this, or maybe other coins also, you would see many trades making more profit than the other trades. And this is because the market was moving up at that time. Did we know that the market is going to go up? Did we make any technical analysis? No, it's just mathematical equations designed into this bot, which is just looking at parameters, which is looking at the market the way we instructed. And this is how it is. We cannot know the future. We can just only work on the worst case scenario, and then it works differently on the best case scenario. Yes, coach, please.
Let me interrupt you one more time too, guys. This is unique to EazyBot. The other bots that we've used, what they'll do, it's programmed to take a trade at a certain amount of profit. So it takes it at a small profit, and then it re-enters, and it might miss some of that profit. Then it takes that profit, it re-enters, misses some of that profit. This one is designed where it takes it all the way up if the market's moving fast, just like we see here. Phenomenal design, Mohammed.
Thank you. So yeah, these are just two examples that I wanted to share today. Now let's go to the account that we have been following also for the past couple of weeks. No, before that, actually, we have this this trade. I don't know if I shared it in the last call or not. I think David have shared it, but let's look at it one more time, because this here shows the story of EazyBot, of how since the beginning I was always saying that EazyBot is going to open the trade at the top, close it at the bottom, and make profit. And this is exactly what happened into this trade. If you see here, the bot have opened the trade into this position when the price was 42, and then the market was only this. The market decided to move down. The market only went down, and went down up to 70.3%, and the bot was buying and selling in small bits and pieces, and making small profits, and helping this trade on the top to come down using 50% of the profit. And it was brought down up to this level here, actually lower than this, because it's closed here with profit. When the market goes up here, it just closed the trade, which was opened at the price of 42. It closes 34.5% down, and closed the whole cycle here, and took out the profit and the USDT back. So opened at 42.18, closed at 27.45 price, and that's almost 35% down. And this is exactly how we designed it. If the market decided, actually, if the market decided at that time to stay here, that's fine. Still, this trade is going to be pulled to this point and then be closed here with profit, maybe higher profit, because the more it goes down, the more it takes more independent covers, and the volume becomes bigger. It makes more profit when it's eventually closed.
And if you're brand new on the call, you don't need to understand everything. You just need to understand it actually works. I don't understand how electricity works, but I know if I flip that switch on, my light's coming on. Okay, it's basically the same thing. You connect the API connection to your exchange that's provided by, it's a unique API, so it's highly secure, that you connect to your exchange of your choice, and you turn it on, and it's real simple. So, Mohammed?
Yeah, this is minus 34.9% or 0.5%. Okay, this is the status of the account that we have been following. And as you know, 1,000 has been invested in each of those coins. And these are the profits. Let's compare the profit right now with the profit that we saw on 22nd on the last call, on the last Friday call. Here you go. This is a comparison. This is the last one on the left, the previous one. And on the right-hand side is the new one. If you see the total profit on 22nd of July was 9.34%, which is 1,587. Today, 1st of August, the total profit is 11.34%. That's mean 1,927. So that means the profit have increased almost 2% within the last 10 days. So if we take the same page, that's in 10 days, it's 2%. So if every 10% it gives 2%, that means it's around 6% in a month. Again, we don't know how the market is going to behave in the next 10 days or the next 1 month or the next 1 year. The bot is only going to be just climbing the candles and buying and selling based on the algorithm I designed in it. The highest performer is still the Matic. Matic have given 23% previously, and now it rise to 26%. Almost all the coins have given more profit. If you see, File is the one have increased maybe the most. It was only at 5.4%. Now it's 10.7%. That means have increased almost 5%. Link have increased from 11.6 to 13.66%. That's about 3% or 2%. Litecoin LTC from 8.88 to 10.77%. XRP from 7.76 to 8.8, and BTC from 3.3 to 3.53. XMR from 6.6 to 7.7. ETC from 9.39 to 14.8. Yeah, so this is almost 5% for ETC, Ethereum Classic. Doge changed from 9.56 to 10.9, so that's about 1.5%, 1.4%. TRX from 6.68 to 7.1%. XLM from 6.47 to 7.4. And then BTC from 4.99 to 5.88. DOT from 6.6 to 9.26. If you see, there's big variety between the coins. Some of them have increased just 1%. Some of them have increased more than 5%. That's why it's always wise to diversify in terms of coins. Have your funds trading in as many coins as you can, because you don't know which coin is going to be performing the best in the next hour or the next 1 year or in the next 1 month. So put the funds in as many coins as possible and let the bot trade for you, or choose as many coins as possible and let the bot trade. So if some coins are not performing well, the other ones are going to compensate, and you will end up having a kind of a stable income or a stable profit month in and month out. Yeah, that's all from my side today. So back to you, Coach and David.
David, you want to come on in?
Yeah, what an amazing, awesome story. Mohammed, would you mind just leaving that up for just a second? Go back one slide. I think you're still sharing. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Guys, if you didn't already, get a screenshot of this. This is just such an amazing story. And all the things that Mohammed talked about is the importance of diversification, having a portfolio where you're allowing EazyBot to deal with whatever's happening in the market. I love the fact that the way Mohammed's designed the strategy is we're not trying to figure out what's going to happen next. We're simply prepared for it. So if it goes up, we're prepared for it. If it goes down, we're prepared for it. In either scenario, the end result is profit in the account. And so guys, this is why we're so excited, why there's so much momentum behind EazyBot, is that it just works. And there's proof that it works. There's thousands and thousands of trades getting closed every single day. And we're just really, really excited about where we're headed. Guys, again, keep in mind Friday's call, we've removed that from the schedule. So we'll continue to do this call every single Monday. So please join us on Mondays. If you're sharing this with others and building a team, make sure your team members come out and join us on this call. And we're really excited to just kind of see the progress. I think we should maybe we do a raffle in the coming weeks, and you guys can guess which coin performed the best in the last 7 days. Give away some prizes, do something fun.
That sounds great.
All right, Vernon, you've got your hand up. Come on in with your question or comment, and then we've got a couple more updates. Thank you, Mohammed. Certainly appreciate you.
Yeah, I have a two-part question. And the first part is the phrase bringing down the average price. I've heard that used a lot. I just want to clarify that in my, the way I understand it, that EasyBot isn't bringing down the average price by itself. There are other market forces at work that are bringing down the average price, and that EasyBot is just participating in the buying opportunity that comes as the average price goes down. Do I have that understanding correctly? So it's not EasyBot that's doing it by itself, bringing down the average price.
I'll take a shot at it, and I'd love to get Mohammed's take. So I would say yes. This is the work that EasyBot does for the user. So the market's going up or down, and it's going up or down in some variance of a percentage. What I mean by that is you may have a coin that started trading today at $100, and it's trading between say 100 $105 and maybe $95. That's the variance that you're seeing it trade at, over a couple of days. And EasyBot's looking at those ups and downs as opportunities to either buy or pick up additional positions. When we pick up additional positions, we're selling off portions of those positions and taking a piece of that profit to lower the average price. So when we talk about to your first question, when we talk about the trade at the top, so EasyBot uses a combination of strategies. One of those is what we call martingale. So martingale basically recognizes that we're going to take an entry point, and if we see an opportunity to pick up that same asset at a discounted price, we're going to take advantage of that, and we're going to double down. So we might have bought, one Bitcoin at $100. We're going to buy 2 Bitcoin when it drops to 75, as an example. And so the first 3 entry points, or the first 3 points of entry in a trade, are all part of this average price. And technically 4. So we've got the initial entry, and then 3 additional purchases. Those 4 purchases trades become the average of what you own this asset for. So if we bought one at 100, another at 90, another one at 80, and another one at 70, we've got an average of $75, if I'm not mistaken. My math might be slow, but whatever that's the average price between those 4 purchase positions. And so now EasyBot has to get to that number. If it's 75, then we've got to get to 75 plus in order to make profit. As opposed to, we started at 100, we no longer have to get back to 100. Now, beyond that, if we drop below the third cover, the third additional purchase, and if we get into the lower covers, 4, 5, and beyond, then those are independent. So they're going to open and close based on wherever the market is. So that coin that we got into today, that's 100, and next week it's down at $50. Well, we're using our independent position that can buy and sell. So we went from 50 to 51, closed the profit to $1, $2, and we took half of that, and it went to lower the average price. So if we were at an average price of $75, we're taking a portion of that profit, pulling that average price down, so that we want to meet where the market is actually functioning. There's always a market for every asset. It's just a question of, are we participating in that market, or has it left us? So EasyBot's job is to bring us to wherever the market is. Whether it's up, we're selling in profit, or down, we're picking up in discounts and simply bringing down the average price so that we can close.
Okay, is Mohammed going to answer that also?
Mohammed, you want to chime in here?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I think I explained that in the video where I explained how exactly it works. Okay. As I was always mentioning that EasyBot is not creating the web; it's surfing the web. I mean, the market is doing whatever it has to do, and then EasyBot is reacting accordingly. And it's being programmed to, this strategy is being programmed to work on the worst case scenario. That means if the market goes down. So what is the worst case scenario that can happen here? The worst case scenario is that the market, when you start, the market starts just only falling and going down. And when the market goes down, it stays there. Let me just use the whiteboard. That's going to be explaining it in easier way, I think. Just set this. Okay. So let's draw the market axes. This is the price, and this is the time. Now, what's the worst thing that can happen is that you start here and the market start only falling down, coming down and coming down, and then staying here. Whether this is -50 or -60 or -70, and never come back up again. Now, the first 4 trades on the top, which is at -2%, -5%, and then -8%. These are all combined into one trade, which we call it the average price on the top. You just grab this, change the color. So this is our average price somewhere here. So into this is our break-even point. Break-even point is the average price. So we bought something at -2%. A couple of the quantities at we started at 3.39% at the beginning, and then at -2%, or maybe further than 2%, because there is a pullback, cover pullback. It has to still pull back before we buy the next cover. Because if the market is going down dramatically, the bot's not going to buy anything. It waits for the market to stabilize. And how does it know that the market stabilized? By showing up movement of 0.5% from the lowest price. Taking the example, if took it like -2% and then -5% and then -8%, our average price for all of these trades here is going to be somewhere here because the quantities are different. Let's say here at the beginning, we took 1x is 3.39%. And here again, it's 1x. And when the market goes -5%, we took 2x, which is 2 times the initial order. And then the last order in this place is taken 4x, 4 times the initial order. That means our average price will come somewhere here. So let's talk a little bit about this average price. What's in this average price? How do we calculate the average price? In this average price, we have a couple of variables. And because we are doing spot trading, we are buying coins. We're not buying leverage. We're buying coins, coin against coin. We're using USDT to buy a specific amount of coin. So let's say, as an example, we spent 300 USDT in all of these 3 places to buy coins. And how many coins did we buy? Let's say we bought 0.5 coins as an example. So how do we calculate the average price in this case? Average price is going to be equal to the amount of money that we spent in USDT divided by the number of coins. This is our break-even points. In other words, why do we do this formula? The break-even points is the point of price where I sell all the coins that I purchased and get my money back, which is 300 in this case. That's why if we want to know the price, we have to divide the amount of money that we spent divided by the number of coins that we are owning. That gives us the break-even point, which is the average price. In this case, 300 divided by 0.5 is 600. So again, in this line here, we have the average price 600, and we have this number of coins and this amount of USDT that we spent. So what happens if the market goes down and stays here? We still have this trade open on the top. How do we handle that? And this is what we call as 50% of the profit made here is used to bring down the average price. How does EasyBot do that? It's very simple. After this trade, let me just change the color. After this trade here of -8%, there are independent covers or independent trades very close to each others. The difference between each one another is as low as 1%. So it's like a grid bot here. Let me just take it all the way down. So it goes down up to cover 35. So I'm not going to draw all the 35, so I will just make it as an example. And as the market goes down and fluctuates in a daily basis, and we know that the daily fluctuation for the market, cryptocurrency market is between 1 to 5%, plus or minus. So, and the difference between these covers is as low as 1%. So definitely the daily movement is going to cross a couple of these lines. So it's going to be buying and selling a couple of times a day. It can happen that a full day is not, it doesn't buy or sell anything. It depends all on the market movement, but most of the days is going to be buying and selling. So let's talk about only one of those orders. Let's talk about this area here. Let me just get another color just to show you. Let's talk about this area here. This is small trade. So across this line, I took a cover here and it sold it here. Let me just use another one. Yeah. So that means in this case, it took a trade here and it sold it here. Let's consider that just as this, for the sake of example, that in this trade, we have made a profit of $2 or 2 USDTs. Let me just put a line again, so the profit came from here is 2 USDTs. How does EasyBot is going to be handling that profit? It's not going to show you all the amount as profit. It's going to use 50% of that as profit, which in this case, $1 is profit. And then it's going to be using the other 50%, which is in this example is $1, is going to be used to offset the average price. How is it offsetting the average price mathematically? It's going to be using this $1 or whatever the amount is. I'm just using dollar just to make the math easier. And minus it from this 300. Now, again, let's get back to this average price. In this average price, we have amount of USDT that we spent and amount of coins that we are owning at the moment, and average price. Average price is the amount of USDT that we spent divided by the number of coins, and this is our break-even point. So what happens here? Once we earn 1 USDT in the down market, is going to be subtracted from the 300. So 300 minus 1 is going to be 299. This amount is 299. How about the number of coins? Are they going to change? No, because we are already owning that amount of coins, 0.5 coins. What happens again to the average price? The same formula. We're not going to change it. But the amount of USDT here is lower, is 299. We're going to divide 299 divided by 0.5, and that's 598. What just happened is that the average price moved down a little bit, the USDT. Another trade happens in the down market, it moved down a little bit more. Another trade happens, it moved down more. Another trade happens, it moved down more. Another trade happens, it moved down more until it reaches to the first open trade in the independent covers or independent trades. Once it reaches the same price, it's going to include this cover or this trade along with the average price, and everything moved down. It's not going to leave anything behind. It's going to include everything and move them down and move them down until eventually this average price, including all the independent positions in between, comes to the current market price. And that's the point where the bot is going to be looking for the market going above that by 1.5%, and then start the process of taking profit for the whole cycle, and then close the whole cycle, and then bring back the money all in USDT, then start another trade if you're putting it in cycle at this position, and then start all over again from point 0 in here, if you choose to. If you don't choose to, then you can just close the trade. You get all your money in USDT without the market having to come back up again here, because no one knows when the market is going to come back up again. So does this explain?
Well, Mohammed, if you don't mind,
Yeah,
I've had people ask me, well, can I just do this type of trading on my own? How does this compare to live trading? And as somebody who was full-time day trading cryptocurrency, I had 13 screens open in front of me. I had my Bitcoin candlestick chart Chromecasted into my bedroom at night. Guys, this does this in nanoseconds, 24/7. There is no way that I could do this on my own. And if somebody can, they're putting in hours and hours and hours trying to execute these trades, and also bringing the average cost price down, like what Mohammed just showed you. This is genius, guys, and we have it. So Mohammed, back to you. I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to ask the person who have asked the question, is this clear or needs more clarification?
Let me just answer that question by saying that, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, by saying that every time you explain it exactly the same way, so that, you know, I have confidence in the fact that it works, because you explain it the same way every single time. And number two part of the answer is that I have a partner who's coming in as my first leg, and he's an artificial intelligence specialist. And he told me that he's been working on the same kind of, he's been practicing the same thing that you're doing here automatically. He's been doing it on his own manually for a number of years. And he's made a lot of money doing it himself manually. That takes a lot of time though. And that he's very happy to have been introduced to this, because it's going to save him a lot of time, because the bot can do what he was doing manually and making money automatically. So there's no doubt in my mind that this system works. And, you know, I'm happy to be here at the beginning. The second question I had, and this will be very brief because it's kind of a futuristic question, is that most of the coins that we are trading, including Bitcoin, are based more on speculation than on utility. And I just wonder, Mohammed, at what point you see actual usage of the coins for creating applications coming online. I know Ethereum is going to change their system next month so that you can build more applications. So do you see that as the beginning of the applications part of the next step of the evolution of these coins? Because a lot of them now you really can't do anything with except speculate on them going up or down.
Okay.
That's my part of the question.
Okay, I cannot answer that question actually in details because I'm not a coins specialist. We have a team who's looking at the coins. I mean, to select the coins and how do we select them. So I don't really have a specific answer to this. I'm sorry for this to say that. If I don't have the answer, I would say I don't have the answer. I don't have to invent answers. So
Okay.
so yeah, it's though I would still not say that it's based on speculations because here in Easybot we're not speculating the market. We're just working based on the worst case scenario. I don't care, to be honest with you, if the market the next day goes up or go down, because in either cases the bot is going to be working based on the fact that the market is fluctuating. Whether it's going down, it's going to fluctuate. Whether it's going out, it's going to fluctuate. If it's going sideways, it's still going to fluctuate with the values that we want to have. We're using here in Easybot to make profit. And let me also come back a little bit and talk about the question about, can I do it manually? Yes, obviously you can do it manually. This is made by man and it can be also executed by man. But the problem would be now in my account, for example, I have 19 coins trading. Can you look at 19 charts at the same time every second and analyze at the same time and buy and sell multiple times? No, you cannot do that. That's how the artificial intelligence or the technology is helping us to save time. Now I don't have to be in front of the screen. I'm not a trader. Maybe coach knows trading much more than me, but I'm a mathematical.
I know that it can't be done. Let's just say that. Let's say too, here's an important point. Michael went on vacation and the bot, he put that up. I don't know if he put that direct to me or for everybody. No, it's for everybody. So you guys can look at what his bot did while he was on vacation, completely closed out Cardano for him. And that says it all. You know, the bot will give a pro trader their time freedom back, and it'll also give a complete novice the ability to trade like a pro trader. So we've got it, guys. This is the most fantastic product I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but also Vernon, I heard you saying that you have a partner who was working in strategies and trading some time back. He's more than welcome here to create his own strategy, because Easybot is not only on my strategy, which is built in. People can choose it as a choice, but they can also use the default strategy and create their own strategy. And very soon, as you may be in a week time, we're going to be giving more parameters for people to play around with and to make their own strategy and make their own settings and so on and so forth. And I'm sure that he's going to be in love with it. And if he comes up with a good strategy, please let us know so that we can have a look at that.
Raymond Christ, you have your hand up. Would you like to come in?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Raymond.
I had two questions. When are we going to have more coins to trade, and what are the parameters? I'm sure market cap and liquidity and whether somebody thinks it's going to be around forever is it. And also the second part of that question is, when are we going to have more exchanges?
Mohammed or David?
I'll jump in here. So we don't have any dates on delivery for exchanges at this point. We do have some development working in the background, but no dates that we're committed to as of right now. And then coins, we actually do have. We don't have it planned in the roadmap, but we actually do have some additional coins that we've completed research on that are ready to go. Mohammed and I can talk about when that goes live. So I don't even remember the number of it. Mohammed, you want to talk about coin? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, he was talking about. He asked, I think, about exchanges, not coins.
Oh, yes, both.
Yeah, regarding coins, we are studying actually a couple of more coins. We cannot just talk about them now. Still, we're in the initial study, even though it's been a month, but we stopped for some time because we were busy with other stuff. So maybe soon we will have additional coins. I don't know how many exactly we're going to have, but not more than 5 if we're going to add more coins gradually, because we're studying the coins and we want to make sure that the coins has a good history and it's not going to be dropping and be another Luna.
Thanks.
All right, next up is Leslie. And Leslie, as you're coming in, I'm just address Albert. Albert, we see your questions. We just spent the last, I think, 20 minutes looking at EasyBot results. We do this call or a call like this. We've been doing it fairly consistently. You can always check out our Vimeo channel, vimeo.easybot.com. We've got past results and performance. You can see all of that there. There will be a recording of today's call. You can definitely go back and check that out. And lots and lots of perspective there for you. Leslie, come on in with your question or comment.
David,
Awesome.
he might be asking personal results in the back office. I'm not sure, but that's coming as well, Albert.
Got it. Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Leslie.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm truly excited about being on board with the company. What I like to break things down so I can simply explain it to people. So I'm gonna talk to like the layman. To me, when I look at the bot, it allows me to invest in crypto as a new person and enjoy the upside while minimizing my risk on the downside, actually making money, even though a small profit on the downside, while it's not investing my whole position. Because most of the money, I noticed the trade, you start at 3%. So you really don't want to, the small profit you're making is on limited capital invested. It's not the total 600, even though it's allocated. The 600 is there, it allows you to take the cover positions so you can bring the average down and protect you on the downside. So for the new person, it actually, to me, is great because it allows them to enjoy the upside as much as possible while minimizing actually making money on the downside, which is unheard of because if you bought a coin, it goes down 20%. Usually, you're not, as an individual investor, especially new, you're not going to watch in the market to sell it when it went down 10%. You might wake up one day, it's down 20. Whereas EasyBot's going to manage that process for you.
Yeah.
And you can wake up one day and it'll close that trade in the profit. And then when the market goes up 20, you don't have to worry about timing the peak, which is always a problem. So I love it. I'm explaining
Really
to
good.
people, especially the new people. So is that layman explanation correct? Sort of minimize it. I tell them the return's probably better because you're not investing all the $600 at once because it's sitting in USDT. You're taking 3%, then 5%, then 8%. So when you make that profit, it's on limited capital invested. So the return's actually better. Is that fair to say? As you can tell, I'm a finance guy.
Yeah, so I think you've nailed it on the head. I would just personally steer maybe away from comparing one investing strategy to another. So trading is a strategy, and trading with with a product like these EasyBot just takes trading into the stratosphere. But it's just different than a buy and hold strategy. Now, the truth be told is that most massive wealth in crypto is built from or recognized by people who have practiced buy and hold strategies. The challenge is most people aren't that patient. In crypto, the market's super volatile, so they're coming and going as their emotions come and go. And so I think everything you said is spot on. I would just maybe steer away from comparing what we do to what somebody who's in a buy and hold strategy. My personal recommendation is you should do both. You should have some coins that you get to know, you feel passionate about, and you're willing to hold for a long time. And then what EasyBot does is it takes a totally different approach and allows you to see returns consistently over time. So your buy and hold might be something that you're putting away from for a long period of time, whereas trading with EasyBot is about how do I generate consistent profitable returns and then compound that so that over time, this could actually outperform a buy and hold strategy by far. Great points, Leslie. Thank you very much. And we're gonna
just before the next person comes in, before iPhone comes in, just want to highlight something for the new people. Actually, even the experienced people. Sometimes the people see the profit is low that EasyBot is making, like 0.5% today, maybe 0.3%, sometimes more, sometimes less. So they feel the market is going up, and they feel now, okay, what if I just increase the amount, the starting amount, even though I don't have enough amount in my exchange to cover if the market goes down? I would never advise anyone to do this, because now that if you see the market moving up for the last 2 days, so what about the next 3 days or 2 days? Maybe the market is going to go down once you start this overusing your funds. Don't overuse your funds, and don't feel greedy that you want to take more of the market, because you don't know what's the next market movement. I think like making, I don't want to mention percentage here, but based on the pace that people are getting profit right now, I think end of the year they're going to be getting some good percentage of profit. So maybe if the market goes up and you do that, you will get more money, yes, but you are putting yourself in risk. If the market goes down maybe another 20% or 30%, you're going to stuck because all the USDT will be in a coin and you don't have more funds for the bot to buy in a lower market, lower than that. When the market goes down like 60, 70, 80, we have seen that in the past 3 months. Some coins went down to 80%, some coins went down to 70%, 60%. So the whole idea here is that we want to protect the people. And also we have the martingale on the top, just in case if the market is running on a bull market, it's going to be working well also, making some good money. If you have more funds on the top and the market is working in a bull market, yes, you're going to be making more money. But no one knows that if the next couple of days or the next month or the next 1 year, the market is going up or down. Imagine if you just increase the funds or increase your amount that the bot is trading and you don't have backup in your exchange. And then the market decided to go down the next day, another 20%, then you will get stuck immediately. You will not enjoy any trades that are happening and the bot buying and selling for you. So I would advise everyone just to stick to the strategy and to be on the safe side, because we're not speculating here. We're not looking at the market, thinking that the market is going to go up in the next 1 year. So let's buy more. And just getting into the market, getting out of the market, buying a little bit, selling, coming out, bringing back the money into USDT, getting in and out into the market. We're not staying in one coin for long unless the market goes down. We bring down the average price and closing, and then get out of the market with the USDT.
Awesome. Thank you, Mohammed. All right, next up is iPhone. iPhone, come on in, and if you would just say your name, and then you can ask your question or your comment.
Hi, David. This is Kitnell here, part of Leslie's and Dr. Karim's team.
Okay. Hey.
Either you or Mohammed can answer that. We all have family members or friends who would want to know all the details about EazyBot. If I tell someone that, just to simplify my explanation about EazyBot, if I tell that person that EazyBot is selling when the market is going up or buying when the market is going down, and in between that, that's where we make our profit, would that be fair to say, just to keep it simple?
Yeah.
Let me answer that. Okay, what EasyBot is basically doing, it's buying and selling with the normal market movement of crypto. That's a simple, because the cryptocurrency market is fluctuating very fast. I mean, in a day it can go up to 20%, go down to 20%, and in between it fluctuates. Like 1 to 5% in a day is the minimum fluctuation that we have seen, or the normal fluctuation. So within that fluctuation, it buys and sells. The coin that we just saw now is AAVE. If you compare the price of last week, of last Friday, which is about 10 days back or 9 days back, the price was 96, yes, and now the price is 97. So there's no big difference between the last time and now. But in between, the market was fluctuating, and that's how it made about 120 USDT, $120 in profit. So EasyBot is using the normal market fluctuation in cryptocurrency to make profit for the user. And it's also protecting people. If the market goes more than 50%, it keeps on still buying and selling based on the market fluctuation, and we'll close the trade which was open on the top at the lower market and still make profit. This is simply what EasyBot is doing. And EasyBot, again, something that you need to really mention to the people, EasyBot is a software. It's not an exchange. It's not anything else. It's just a software that you connect to your exchange and does trading on your behalf with your strategy if you are a trader, or with the default strategy if you want to choose that.
All right. All right, Brock, you're up next. Come on in, Brock.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, hear you great.
Awesome. Well, as always, appreciate the calls, appreciate EasyBot and what it's doing. Loving to see the results. Just 2 quick questions. The first one being, I set up the ads from the Saturday call a couple months ago, and already started to get some signups, which is great. It's working. So I just was spending some time on the app trying to find a video kind of explaining what the funnel looks like. So I just want to understand what I should be doing and trying not to duplicate what the funnel is doing for me. And I couldn't find anything within the app videos. So I was just wondering, is there a resource that I have that explains clearly what contacts the funnel will be making for me automatically and where I need to supplement and where I can help?
Yeah, great question. Look for that to be added to your app. I'll have something in there for you tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll send a push notification when it's been added. We have a video, but we'll make it easy for you to find from within the app.
Perfect. So then in the meantime, though, like just sending that first template email just saying, hey, we received your information is a good first step. And then EasyBot should take over from there. And then obviously I want to be involved too. So yeah, just what that funnel looks like would be great.
Yeah, so right now what happens, for those of you who are participating or would like to participate in our affiliate rewards plan, we have an amazing marketing platform for you designed to help you tell the story of EasyBot so you don't have to do it yourself. We have a number of different funnels. A funnel is basically a way of introducing somebody to EasyBot and then all the things that happen after the fact, after they've expressed interest. So right now we're sending out a series of emails and then through the marketing membership app, you're getting a notification. So when a person enters their information, you get a lead, you can reach out to them yourself, send them a text message, an email. And the automation is running in the background that is also sending them an email. So within 2 minutes of them submitting their lead or submitting their information, they're getting emails from EasyBot and then they'll get a series of emails over the next 10 days. So that's happening. We're going to add SMS messaging to that series here in the coming weeks. So we'll be sending emails and text messages just to really get engagement. So anything that you sprinkle into that is just going to add to your ability to connect with that lead.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. My mom and I signed up, started yesterday, and we've got 9 leads on $2 a day between the two of us. So
Nice.
working well. So so look forward to that video. And then the other quick one was I have a new job that really doesn't allow me to get on the calls as often as I'd like. So I was wondering if there'd been any discussions about using the Telegram room or another platform just to kind of put out announcements of what because my cousin said he was on a call and there was talking about, the bot enhancements is coming and a few things like this. And I unfortunately don't have the time to always listen to a replay. Is there any thoughts around using announcements of some key, some key news and updates a bit more than just letting us know that the calls are happening for those of us that can't get on the calls?
Yeah, so we're currently distributing announcements in a number of channels. We make announcements on the dashboard. So after today's call is ready, we'll make an announcement. It might actually still be up from last week that says if you missed Monday's call, we'll have a link that you can go to watch Monday's call. Today, an email will go out with a snippet from today's call to all of our members, and you'll be able to watch that snippet. We also send out, you're obviously in the app, so you'll get a notification of in the app as well. So there's a number of different ways. I don't think that we've been posting after the call back in Telegram. I think we do that periodically, but there are a number of different channels coming at you to give updates.
Yeah. So just more thinking like the content of the call. So yeah, the snippet is good, but yeah, just in writing or something of what some of the key announcements were would be nice for us. I can't make them on all the time.
Yeah, you'll see that in email. Again, there oftentimes these calls, especially as the product matures, there's less and less like specific updates. But you'll see that we'll send an email after every call, and you'll see those updates in that email. You'll also see it when we send the link from your dashboard. So on your EasyBot dashboard, there's an announcement section, and then there's a little bell at the very top with notifications. So generally, if you know there's a call happening, say on Monday, and you weren't able to make it, look out for the announcement. We'll have a link to that replay for that call. And if there are some notes, we generally try to capture those notes in that in that document.
Okay. Oh, that sounds great. And just final thing is just, I have been burned through a few different things, and it was always frustrating because it's, the need is there, the technology is there. Why can't just some ethical and, people with integrity start a business and help us? And I'm so grateful that we found you guys because you're doing it the best I've ever come across. So keep up the great work. Happy to be here.
Thank you.
And looking forward to the future.
Thank you, Brock. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. All right, Remus, haven't heard from you in a while. Come on in, Remus.
Hey, how's it going, David?
Good.
I'm so grateful and I'm so excited about EasyBot because I'm so grateful that like this bot making open trades and close trades for me automatically. So grateful, so excited, and making huge profits. Like few dollars there, here and there. Because I understand what Coach Ken says, because I tried to learn how to trade using the candlesticks. Man, I get so frustrated and so emotionally invested in looking at those screens. It can cost me some headaches. And then I found EasyBot. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. And
thank you, Remus.
Got a question for you. Is there a point that in the future a trade altcoins like Bitcoin or Ethereum as the base coin?
As a base coin, yeah, it's in our long-term roadmap. Not something that you're going to see in the next few months, but definitely something that we have on the roadmap. So you will see that. For those of you who don't understand the question, what Remus is asking, if you're new to EasyBot, EasyBot as of today trades against USDT. USDT is a stable coin. We have some other stable coins that are being programmed for EasyBot or have been programmed for EasyBot as well. But we use a stable coin so that your account doesn't fluctuate as the market does. So what Shava is asking is, can we, instead of using USDT, what if I want to collect more Bitcoin? So I don't care where Bitcoin is going, I just want more of it. So every time we earn profit, we earn it in Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever that base currency is. And so definitely we see some benefit. We know there's some interest in folks that want to accumulate certain currencies. So look for that coming probably within the next 6 to 12 months.
Okay, thank you so much for all your hard work.
Thank you for being here, Remus. Always good to hear from you. All right, next up we have Steve. Steve, come on in.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. A few Fridays ago, I believe Mohammed was talking about some enhancements to, I don't know exactly how it's going to roll out, to the default strategy. And, I don't know if that's exactly how it's going to come. Do we have any further update or outlook on that?
Yeah, Steve, let me take this one. Yeah, actually, we're still in testing it. Actually, there have been some delays last week because there were some emergencies that we had to attend. So the team have stopped working on it and attended these emergencies, and they are back now working on it. So we're expecting by this week it will be completed 100%, and then we can run it maybe next week. This is the plan so far.
Great. Awesome. Look forward to it. Thanks so much.
All right. All right, Jalal Ahmad, come on in. Question or comment?
Hello, David.
Hey.
Hello, Mohammed. Okay. First of all, thank you for the great product, and I'm already earning with it. But as EasyBot claims that it never closes on a losing trade.
Oh.
But a few days ago, I saw that one of my session ended with a losing position. It was not that much. It was only 4 cents, but I saw a minus sign there, and I reported it to the Breezy, and then I am now finding a chance to talk to you about that. How about that? I can show you if you let me share my screen.
Not necessary. So let me address it real quick, and I'm going to ask Mohammed to share some insight here. So when we talk about EasyBot never closing on a losing trade, it's important to understand that, and you'll see our language start to change here in the next coming weeks, not because there's a lack of confidence in what we do and how it functions, but there is an element of what we do and how it functions that's out of our control. And that's what's happening on the exchange. And so, and there are these rare instances, and we've now closed over 930,000 trades since March. And we are aware that there are a minor number of trades, a couple hundred of them, generally in very similar to what you're seeing, where it's like 4 cents or even in some instances less. Mohammed's going to actually show you and answer your question. You raise a very good point. And we know we've seen a little bit more or a spike in that happen in around the 28th, 29th. Mohammed will explain why that happened as well. But some things that are totally out of our control in the grand scheme of things, it's not really an issue, but we will modify our language so that it is in alignment with what you're bringing to our attention. So Mohammed, you want to jump in and talk about what that's all about?
Yeah, sure. Just before I talk about this, I just want to talk numbers. Can you give me your bot ID? Let me just put it on the screen and just show you and show everyone what happens. Jalal, can you just give us the bot ID?
Okay, sorry. Do you want me to share screen? Sorry, your voice broken up with me.
No, just the bot ID, the number which is on the top when you go inside the bot.
The session number you mean, right?
No, just go to the top of the screen. On the top, you will see bot and then number. Give me that number.
Okay. Actually, I'm not logged in, but I do it from my phone. Give me a minute. Sorry for that.
Breezy, if you have his bot ID, you can give it to me as well.
Oh, I'm checking his email to me right now.
It was actually in the Telegram.
Yeah, it's bot number 10807.
10807.
Well,
okay.
No, that's not the one. Sorry. That's something else he sent me. He only sent me the session. He didn't actually send me the bot ID.
Okay, with the session, let me try to get it with the session ID. Can you give me the session ID?
Yes, 185362. Is that one it?
Okay, can you give me your name or your ID, your referral ID? That would help.
Mohammed, the bot number is 17961.
Yes, sorry.
Yes, that is.
I was looking at a different screen.
17961.
Okay. Okay, let me just share screen. Okay, is this your bot? It's
yes.
AAVE, right? AAVE and 14 July.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just look for that negative trade.
Oh, can I say something?
Yes, please.
Okay, first when I noticed it was minus 4 cents, but after a few days I reported it to Breezy, then it was not in minus, it was 50 cents in profit.
Which trade is that? Do you remember what was session ID? You gave me the session ID just now, right?
Okay, if it is in front of Breezy, it will be helpful. Is that?
Yeah. So, Breezy, what was the session ID?
The one I have isn't the one that the screenshot I have isn't actually the one that had a it didn't have the minus in it. He was comparing it from here to his Binance.
Okay, let me go to
But
Telegram.
it was session 185362.
Yes.
While Mohammed's looking at that, just to let everybody know on the call, we did become aware of this and we are changing our position language on this. And we talked about this on our business builders call and also on our leadership call this morning. And so we really appreciate you bringing this forward, Jalal. But we we're already aware of this, and it's not any fault of the bot. And what Mohammed's going to show you right now, this is something that is with the exchange, and it's outside of our control. But it's a minuscule amount compared to the profit that has come in. Go ahead, Mohammed.
Okay, since we cannot find it, let me find from the system itself any negative trade, just so that we can take it as an example.
Out of 930,000 trades, there was only like 200 that took a small loss, not a major loss. We're talking pennies, even in some cases, portions of pennies. We've seen them as high as maybe $2, $2 or $3. That's the max. But it's not the bot, it's the exchange.
Right.
And Mohammed will show you that. So, but even though it's outside of our control and it's not something that we have,
I think I found something.
I can give you one, Mohammed, if you need one.
Yeah, please give one.
we're
It's
changing our
bot-
language position on it. Go ahead, Breezy.
Sorry, Coach. It's 15928 is the bot ID. And it's session, I took a screenshot of it because it's mine.
159.
15928.
And guys, we just, our policy is honesty and transparency. So when we started seeing, this little bit of losses, we made a decision that the language is going to change a little bit on the website and our videos. It's not going to say never takes a losing trade, but we'll say it's designed never to take a losing trade because the exchange is outside of our control.
It's session 186968.
186968.
Yes, and now it's showing a profit. That's funny.
Okay, so there are two elements. Let me just open one actually negative trade. Let me just take this off, and I can open one of the actual negative trades
Compared to the non-ones. Sorry.
Dr. Kareem and C. Usher, we see your hands up. After Mohammed covers this, we'll get right with you.
Yeah, okay, so this is one, and it just go to the bot. Okay, yeah, I found one. Okay, now look at this session. This session, it has in between one negative trade that I just saw now. Yes, this one. You see, this is negative.
Right.
Okay, it's negative 10 cents or 18 cents, but the actual profit from this session is $25. So even though it's a small, but still we want to show up. And this is the actual trade in here. Okay, this is the trade. There are two elements here. Number one is the requested price. This is the price that where the bot is telling the exchange sell now at this price. And the price, okay, requested price. If you see the requested price is 1.353. The executed price was a little bit lower, and this is what the exchange have executed based on this price.
Right.
This is why it became negative, because the exchange have executed the price a little bit lower. It could be because of liquidity at that point of time, because the bot is looking at the price really fast every second. So the moment it maybe at that point that was just a spike of the price where there was a small order maybe of just $10, maybe of $20, and it was taken already. So when the bot placed the price, then it was taken a little bit lower. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes lower, because this slippage is happening always into the exchanges. But sometimes this slippage is more than 1%. Where we are here to make a minimum of 1% in profit in EasyBot. That's the requested price normally, and then the slippage is a little bit more than 1%, let's say 1.1 or something like this. And that's exactly what happened here. If the exchange have executed based on this price, then there will not be any loss. That's why David mentioned that it's programmed not to to close on a losing trade. But if there is a slippage from the exchange side, then there's nothing we can do. But those slippages are really small. I mean, because we're already most of the times we have the take profit retracement, which allows the price to go even higher, much higher than the 1.5%. And then if there's slippage, will be just within that range at that high, so it won't be feelable. No, you cannot feel that slippage, and still it will close on a bigger profit. But those small negative trades are happening due to the slippage of the price. Let's make the math here. Let me just open an Excel sheet. Let me put this one. This side. Okay. So this is the requested price. Let's take it from here. And the executed price. Let's look at the quantity of the coins. Requested quantity. Normal requested quantity is equal to the executed quantity because there's no slippage. I want to sell this amount of coins, and it sells exactly the same amount. So number of coins, this much. Okay. So now it's minus 18 cents. If this quantity was sold at the requested price, it would be the price multiplied by the number of coins. This would be the outcome in USDT. Because it was executed here, then this is the amount. See how much is the difference? This minus this. So the difference is $1.4. That means actually this trade should be on this amount minus, sorry, this amount should be at this amount plus the 18 cents, 0.18. Should be minimum at 1.6 USDT in profit if the exchange have executed at this amount, at this price that we have requested. But because it was expected lower due to the slippage, then it was in a loss of just 0.18 USDT. And that's exactly what happened in each and every trade. We have really investigated most of the trades that have turned up to be in a negative situation, and all of them turns to be the same way, because there's no possibility that the software is going to order something different than what we have programmed it to do. It's being programmed to only close on a winning trade, on a positive trade, and that's exactly what's doing. But because of this small slippage that's happening in the market, and the exchanges, some of the trades having a small negativity. So I hope this explains the situation.
Well, Mohammed, we've been on for an hour and a half. We're going to finish up with these two questions, and we're going to let everybody go. We still have 83 people on the call. It's amazing. So Dr. Kareem, would you come on in? Doctor, I think you texted me too this weekend, and I'll get back with you on this, but come on in, Doctor.
All right. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for your transparency, for the connectivity that we have to the leadership. And I have several people that are on this call. Amazing things are happening on our team. We had a leadership call with only team builders. There were over 30 people on that call yesterday, and the entire meeting was based on how do we get each one of these 30 members into the Founders Club. One of the things that I know and that I've learned over the years is that the people that you surround yourself with, the like-minded people, will either push you to greatness and lift you up, or if you're surrounded with the wrong friends, like we were taught as children, they will pull you down. None of us fail alone, and none of us truly succeed alone. So the relationships that we create can either make you or break you. There's no such thing as a neutral relationship. So I just wanted to say that what you guys offer us are successful, like-minded relationships and people that are willing to go out of their way to help you. And that's a beautiful thing. I've never seen anything like this in a company that's in this space. And what we're doing on our team is we're all focused on the Founders Club. And all I wanted to do was say thank you so much for creating that opportunity for us to get to the top so quickly and follow 3 simple steps. Get 3 direct referrals. Help those 3 people get their advanced memberships under 3 people under them. So you have 3, 9, 27, so on and so forth. Each person wins. And if you can just give us a few words, David or Coach Ken, on why it's such an amazing opportunity to join the Founders Club, especially in this month of August. And we'll all work together with the strict guidelines. Our team has all agreed that we're only going to go 3 wide to get everyone underneath them promoted. Before we get to the 10, we're only going to follow a strict guideline of going 3 wide, because this is not a get rich quick program, you guys. It's not get rich quick. It's something that allows us to make profitable trades. And as you just saw with the transparency that this company offers, you can even have a few losses, but mostly you will always end up in profit. The affiliate program, on the other hand, does allow you to create commissions that we could actually retire on if we work it properly. So my question, my thing is I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm encouraged, I'm excited. My team is ready to go. The next person who speaks after me is also on my team. And if you just wanted to, if David or you could just say a few things about the Founders Club to encourage my team and encourage everyone else that's listening on why that should be their priority thing to go after if they want to do the affiliate side of the program.
Well,
Thank
David,
you.
come on in, because you just led into what we were going to close with. And
oh wow!
Well, David, you want to let C Usher share first, but you got the screen up, so
yeah,
what do you want to do?
let's keep going. You set this up so beautifully, so let's just run with it. So Founders Club is such an important part of EasyBot, and it was, we envisioned EasyBot as a company, as an opportunity that would rely on all of you guys who decide to use it and then decide to share it. And so Founders Club recognizes that we're a company in startup. That's the toughest phase for most companies. It's just to make it out the gate and survive all of the challenges of being a startup. And then being in crypto comes with its own set of challenges. And so we knew that those who got started with us and just made it through this initial building phase would be an important part of the foundation of long-term success of the company. And so we wanted to find a way to honor and appreciate that group of individuals. And so Founders Club is our way of doing that. And our Founders Club, if you're new to the call, new to EasyBot, Founders Club represents 5% of all the revenue that EasyBot earns from package sales and SSF fees. And it takes that 5% and shares it with a group of individuals, up to 1,000 of those individuals who qualify for Founders Club. Qualifications are super simple. Introduce EasyBot to 3 people who upgrade and become either advanced or VIP. They should want to do that because of the reasons we talked today about diversification in your account. It's going to give you a better long-term result. Help them to do that, help them to get started trading, and then you yourself need to be a VIP member. Accomplish that, be one of the first 1,000 to do it, and you participate in this pool that goes out every single month, that gets paid on the first of the month. Now, let's talk about just where we are and where we're going. The real question is, if you're on this call and you're hearing about Founders Club, you're hearing about this at the very, very beginning of a company that we believe is going to be a massive multi-million, possibly multi-billion-dollar company at some point. But let's forget about those big numbers. Let's just talk about where we are today. So today, the question I have for you is it likely, there's people that are on this call today that got paid a commission in the last few hours because they're a part of the Founders Club. Whether those individuals go out and tell another person ever about EasyBot, they've got a consistent check that's due to them, and it's going to increase as EasyBot's revenue increases. So the question then becomes, is EasyBot likely to continue to grow its revenue or not? Is EasyBot likely to 10x where we are today? So for those of you who got a check, think about what that check was and ask yourself, is it likely that EasyBot's going to 10x its growth? Based on everything that you heard on our call today and that you know about EasyBot, we've got a product that works, it's easy to use, it trades, closes trades and profit. All of the bullet points that we've gone over, is that scenario likely to continue on a trajectory that's going to grow? Would you like to ride that rocket ship? Ticket is fairly inexpensive. It simply means you've got to use EazyBot and share it with others. There's a little bit of a structure you've got to do to that. 3 people, help those 3 people duplicate themselves, and you're guaranteed a position. Guys, if you're not already qualified for Founders Club, we're throwing an extra bonus. The month of August, guys, we're so excited about August because we saw the momentum coming out of July. We're going to cross 1 million trades closed in the month of August, probably within the next 10 days or so. It's a major milestone for us as a company. We're very excited about that. We're seeing new bots, hundreds of new bots come online every single day. And we're seeing our closed trades increase. And especially when the market's on fire, we're seeing absolutely astounding numbers. So we want to make sure that Founders Club is something that you guys are paying attention to. We're giving a one-time bonus for anybody that qualifies for Founders Club in the month of August. And so if you do that, and it's a little bit of work, and we recognize that. And so if you qualify for Founders Club, you've got $250. That'll come to you as a one-time bonus. But we also want to recognize that this is a team effort. And so you've heard from some people that are leaders that are introducing EazyBot to others. And so if you're helping your team members become qualified, there's a bonus in there for you as well. Want to honor and appreciate your efforts. So there's a $100 bonus if you've got a direct referral that becomes a Founders Club member in the month of August. So guys, let's go out here and push it. It's just, this is for us, the coach has said this a number of times. We believe that Founders Club can represent retirement income for folks that are on this call with us today. You're here at the beginning. It's only getting better from here. So please, please, please make sure that you're paying attention. You're taking advantage of this opportunity, a little bit of work for a lifetime of earnings and rewards.
David, thank you. Look, guys, there's another caveat here that David didn't mention, but we are also going to, we actually starting, I believe it was today, we have a rotator for our Founders Club. And it's another reason why you want to get into the Founders Club as soon as possible. This rotator is set up for those that find us organically. We have people that are finding us on the net, they're looking for trading bots and they're seeing our information. So they're coming in and they are looking for a sponsor. Well, who do we give those people to? Well, what we did is we decided the Founders Club, you guys are doing the work. So you're all already in a rotator. So you guys that want to come in and participate in that, you'll get free leads, possibly free signups for doing that, for just being a part of the Founders Club. So Mohammed, I said C. Usher would be first, but our CEO is got his hand up. So come on in. And
Yeah,
C. Usher will be right with you.
Yeah, so Usher, just take a moment just to put some spices on this slide. Actually, on top of this, what we're going to do, there are some people who have actually got to the Founders Club, but after the payment on 15th. So from 15th onward, everyone who got to Founder Club and didn't participate in the big payment on 15th of July will be part of this. So expect in a couple of days, 250 to be in your account and 100 in your upline account in the coming few days. We're just programming the system because this was just decided yesterday. So we have to do some system programming to get the things moving. So yeah, I know that some people have got it literally in the like 1 hour after the cutoff time, and they're not so happy. So this can make it up for them, 250. And if they sponsor anyone that who have become Founder Club, that's another 100 USDT that comes to them. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Guys,
sure.
what company goes backwards and pays bonuses?
Yeah,
It's amazing. Yeah, we thank you for mentioning that, Mohammed. So there's a couple of you guys that just fell into that 2-week window, and so we want to recognize and invite you to participate in this bonus as well. You've already qualified for it. For everybody else, if you're not Founders Club, please go out, do the work. I know what you're thinking in your mind. I hear the whispers through the Zoom channels. You're asking me, well, how can I see in my organization who I need help to get them qualified? Guys, I'm excited to tell you that it's literally in the works right now. We're building that module out for you guys to be able to see your organization, have a lot more visibility. Unfortunately, we don't have it for you today. So if you have questions and you think you're close or you need some visibility into what you need to do or who you need to reach out to, send us a support ticket and we'll do the best that we can to help give you some visibility. But just be a little bit patient. It's coming. We're literally just a few weeks away from being able to roll out something that's going to give you better visibility into your organizations. In the meantime, again, this is why Founders Club is the opportunity. It's because the hardest part of building is right here at the beginning when we're still laying pieces of the foundation. And so that little bit of extra work that you've got to do, that's why you get the rewards. So make sure you're doing that work, sharing EazyBot with others. Guys, you've got tons and tons of tools. We've got a membership marketing app with professional funnels, new funnels coming out every day. What you can expect after today's call is for those of you who are in the marketing app and want to share today's call, we have some amazing nuggets in there. You're going to find that there's a funnel from a snippet of today's call that you can go out and share. So many of you would, you've got team members or prospects that you're like, man, I just wish they were on this call. We're going to provide that for you. That's a tool that you'll be able to access within the app before the end of the day. And so while the information's fresh, you're excited about it. We're not going to send them the whole call because it can be overwhelming, but we'll give them a link. So if they want to watch the whole thing, they can do that. But you'll be able to share a nice short snippet that gives them a sense of what we did here today. So we're going to do a lot to help you be able to share the story of EazyBot, introduce it to others. You do a little bit of work. We're going to work together. We're going to collaborate with you because we all share the same interest, and that is getting EazyBot into the hands of as many people as possible. And if we work together, we can do that in absolutely no time. And we all win when we do. All right. I think we've got, see, Usher, you have waited long enough, sir. The moment of truth is here. Come on in.
Hey guys, first of all, it's a big thank you guys for letting me join in on the call, man. You guys are awesome. Hey, listen, I have no problem with waiting and getting this incredible knowledge and just hearing that you guys giving this information and giving the opportunity, guys. So I definitely want to just give it back to you guys. You guys are doing an awesome job. Right now, it might be a little bit loud because I'm in my truck right now, but I'm going to get this over with. First of all, just really briefly about me. I'm on Leslie's squad, the porch, and all of these guys. These guys are awesome and doing an awesome, great job for a lot of the members that we have on our team across the spectrum. And one of the things that really brought me to this organization is that, I was in the military for 14 years. And I was a ranger for 4 years, been to Dubai, been to Egypt, been to a few different places. And I understand leadership. And what I understand about leadership is that every single time that I get on the call, coach always says, service. I'm of service. I'm serving you. That is something that is impeccable. That's something that is unheard of. That is something that will take this company way beyond the years that we even are seeing at this moment, because I've done a lot of multi-level marketing. I've done a lot of different adventures and businesses, and I've read a lot of books. And what I know to be true is that when you set yourself aside and you help other people, the income will come. You don't have to worry about the money right now. You don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to do is to worry about helping other people, and in helping other people, the money will flow. And so in seeing that from the corporate all the way down the ladder, we had a saying in the military, I'm not gonna really say it, but it's sugar, honey, iced tea rolls downhill, right? So it's rolling downhill, and it's not the sugar, honey, iced tea, it's the information and the love and the service bit that is rolling downhill that's going to be contagious. How many organizations or how many people do you know say, hey, listen, I'm not going to build my 10 out and 10 wide and get my money. I'm going to build 3, and then I'm going to help you build your 3, and then I'm going to help your 10 real, and y'all all are going to get the founders. It's unheard of. So with that piece right there, I just want to give it back to you guys before I ask my question to say, hey, you guys don't know me quite yet. My name is Chris. A lot of people that know me, I'm packed with a ton of energy, as you can see. There's I'm excited. I had to write my notes down because I didn't want to lose track of what I had to do. But I understand that was the last question. But you guys are doing awesome and great. And I love the fact that I could be in my truck. I could put you in my ear. I could be on. Yesterday, I was on the call. I was actually behind the DJ booth with the earbuds in my ear, and I kept pressing the button, and you guys were getting the music, and I was just like, "Oh man, my bad," So that's how it is, But let's get to my questions really quick. So really quick. So I do notice with the bots, how much money do I need to put into my bots? I understand it's $600, but how much revenue do I need to put in my coins to actually see the biggest returns? Like I see some of the other accounts, I see they have like $1,000 in there. Like what would be the perfect number to put in as far as pulling the money from out of the system to trade X, Y, and Z? That's the first question. The second question is, since you guys are a software company, are you guys going to eventually make this available for the regular stock market? Because I know there's a lot of the EV things that are going up and down, and yeah, you know, maybe a little, you know, whatever. But that's the second question. And then the third is the quick comment. I do appreciate the fact that you guys put in that funnel, because in most companies you have to pay for funnels, and the type of funnel that you guys are putting in place are amazing. So I just want to say thank you for those funnels as well. Thanks, guys.
Chris, you're amazing. First of all, thank you for serving our country. Thank you. That's we really appreciate that.
My pleasure, buddy.
The first question, let me handle that. That was the question on how much you should invest. Now, first of all, the investment is not into EazyBot. This is something that I did want to address earlier. For the Founders Club, there's a minimum of $600 that you invest in yourself. Now, the reason why it's $600 is so that with Binance, for instance, the way that the Binance exchange is set up, our bot runs optimally with the minimum of 600. Anything above that, you should get very similar results. Now, everybody starts out at a different point in the market, but as we've seen, you know, as the market starts fluctuating, wherever you start out, this bot is performing. So, and there's no guarantees. There's never any guarantees. We've got to make that very clear, guys. We always have to have the disclaimer that there are no guarantees. Past results are not indicative of future results. But Chris, to answer your question, 600 is there to have the bot work optimally with Binance. With KuCoin, it's less. But with Binance, it has to be a minimum of 600. Now, we ask for the Founders Club that you trade with the minimum of 600. Why do we do that? We want you to have the best experience possible. That's why we do that. Because you're not investing in us. You're investing in yourself. You're not giving us your money. It's in your exchange. You're just connecting the software, the bot. So I wanted to answer that question. Mohammed or David, did you want to answer the next question?
Yeah, just about this question, let me just answer it in a different way. So Chris, if someone is trading 1,000 in a coin, and another person is trading 100,000 in the same coin, and the bot start trading with the same strategy, what would be the results? Would be the same in percentage, but because this guy have 100,000, he will get bigger money as a percentage of his money. And the other guy who was investing 1,000 is going to be getting the same percentage, so the amount is small. So the 600 is as good as 10,000, I would say, because both of them would be working on the same strategy. So the best strategy, I would say, for someone who wants to start with EasyBot, just whatever money you have USDT, if you are using a Binance, just divide it by 600. So as many coins it could be, just put it there. If I have 3,000, I wouldn't put it in 3 coins. I would divide the 3,000 by 6. So 3,000 divided by 6, that's going to be, sorry, 3,000 divided by 6. My math is not good today. Divided by 600, that's 5. And instead of putting it only in 3, it's going to be 5 coins, and so on and so forth. Until I fill all the coins, then whatever additional money I have, I'm going to add equally among all the coins. This is my personal strategy of how I diversify my funds. First of all, cover all the coins, because as we've seen in the past example, that I don't know which coin is going to be the best tomorrow. So I better invest in all of them and let the bot trade for me in all of them, and whichever goes high, I'm going to get some good amount of that, or whatever fluctuating more, I'm going to get good funds. And the other one, which are not giving them much of profit today, maybe tomorrow they will be the best. So I'm always in a kind of stable income. Yeah. So
The
what
other
was
thing
the
too,
question?
the other thing too, the bot automatically compounds as
Yeah.
it turns a profit for you. You don't have to manually figure that out. But if you understand compounding and compound interest, Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. And so our bot does that. But if an individual wants to get there quicker, just pull out a compounding calculator. And Brent, if you don't mind, if David, you don't mind, I'm gonna have Brent come in and close this out. But if you can, Brent, that would be awesome. I see you're in the call. Brent is one of our biggest team builders. Brent and Susan, actually, they work together. But guys, this is our heart. You said it, Chris. You know, if you serve enough people in this life, and this is how EazyBot was created. We didn't have a desire to go and make our own bot. We served people, and the company we were working with, for one reason or another, weren't able to help us improve what Muhammad had discovered in adjusting the bot and giving us more parameters. In doing so, we had some people that Muhammad had helped out in our community support Zoom room that they came in and asked them to help them privately, and they were investors. And they said, see guys, what I'm saying is what Chris said earlier. I'm telling you guys, if you'll put people before money, the sky's the limit. This whole thing was created because we put people before money. We wanted to help people in this space and protect them from the vultures and the bottom dwellers that are here. And I hate to call people those terms, but there are vultures and bottom dwellers that don't care about people. And we wanted to protect them and offer them something that could really have an impact in their lives financially. So thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, David. Bren, could you come in? Bren is an amazing human being, and Susan, they're business partners, guys. They're two amazing human beings. Bren is from Ireland, and I'd love him to come in. If you could close us out, Bren, that would be awesome.
On my way, Ken.
So Bren and Susan have built an incredible team. Bren's out of Ireland, Susan's out of Canada. They've worked together in the past. They're cut from the same cloth, guys. They're servant leaders and just wonderful human beings. There we go. This guy looks like he just came off the front page of GQ magazine.
Look, I'm looking a bit pale, the Irish ghosty skin here. But pleasure to be here with you all. What phenomenal leadership that's starting to emerge here and that we're attracting here with EasyBot. Dr. Kareem, Usher, pleasure to collaborate with you on this project. You're very articulate, Kareem. I can't wait to hear some of your presentations and how you delivered the message and the story of EasyBot. But we're just excited to be here. Another phenomenal call. We're in a great place, as we know right now. We're at 200-week. Well, we have been approaching a 200-week low in the market. So to have a bot that's automating the process of dollar cost averaging you into the market right now, if you're long-term bullish on cryptocurrency, is incredibly powerful. And we're starting to steal market share from some of our competitors. Some of them aren't liking it, which is normal. It's a great sign. We're making noise, we're making a splash in the market, and we're going to continue to grow. But everything that you heard here today, a lot of people were hoping when EasyBot launched that perhaps we would enter, a 9-month crypto bull run. But as has been said over and over again, something even better happened. We were blessed to be presented with the ultimate opportunity to prove our unique selling proposition out of the box, our strategy to be able to withstand any market conditions, what I like to call market crash correction, and continue to profit along the way while the bot's able to recover from that drop in market value of a coin. And so me and Susan just put together a great video the other day. 2 of our coins turned around. We started trading them on the 5th of April, ETC and Uniswap. They were in the same trading session since the 5th of April. One of them came out with 23.7% for the trading session. The other one came out with, I believe, 19.4%. About 11 to 12% of that profit was made along the way while that session was in play. And so to have a bot that's able to do that is incredible. It's phenomenal, because we've tested anywhere from 12 to 15 bots over the last 4 to 5 years, crypto bots. You might have a standalone DCA bot, you might have a standalone grid trading bot, but our hybrid strategy and the proprietary strategy to get unstuck from any market conditions is quite revolutionary, because even KuCoin, Binance, they have their own bots, but you're trading with the blindfold on. They grid trade, they use up all your capital when the market's dropping. They have no recovery strategy. And the fact that our bot does is probably one of the most powerful things about this bot. So we can see it in our organization. We're honored. We wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for all of you. The phenomenal leadership that is at a corporate level, and then the incredible leadership that's emerging all throughout the company. We're very excited, and we're excited to meet you all in person, and we're going to start rolling out live events as well. We have a big player in Houston. We want to do the Caribbean. We have some big players there. So any of you, let us know. We're open to travel, and we're going to start doing events. We're going to start traveling here come September. So reach out to us,
Anyone
let
want to
us
do
know.
an
We're
event in the
excited to do the
Caribbean?
events.
Anyone want to do an event in the Caribbean? Yeah, we got big teams growing. Keep going, Brent. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, just one off the cuff, but look, guys, it's an honor. We're here for the long term. As Ken alludes to, I really see EazyBot as a life raft in the shark-infested waters of cryptocurrency, because there is so much smoke and mirrors claiming to be doing one thing, and some of the largest exit scams in history have happened at a time when they were taking advantage of people's emotional vulnerability. And so, you know, there's a lot of global economic uncertainty right now, a lot of global macroeconomics influencing the market, but to have a product that continue to profit and capitalize on that volatility is very powerful. And we have a vehicle that keeps people in control, in custody of their digital assets. With that, we can make a big splash. We can, you know, really get people, as they continue to look over their shoulders, as these other programs that come and go, here today, gone tomorrow, flash in the pan, crash and burn programs, they'll eventually learn their lesson, look over their shoulder, they'll see EasyBot is still here and just getting stronger. And we're gradually magnetically attracting those people into something solid, reliable, and sustainable that's here for the long term. So honored to be with you all, and we'll speak soon.
Thanks, Brent. Well, guys, why don't we go ahead and let you unmute yourselves and say goodbye. Thank you for you guys that were able to stick with us. Normally we don't go 2 hours, but what a call today. This was phenomenal. God bless you.
Fantastic call. Fantastic call.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much. Have a
Bye-bye.
great day. Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone. Until next time.
Thank you.
Great information.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Rizzi, I sent you a message.
Bye, everybody. Okay.
Goodbye, everyone.
Have a blessed day.
Guys, we
We
love you
all
more than
sent you
Bitcoin and
messages.
pizza combined. Sorry, wherever I interrupted.
Bye, everybody.
Excellent call. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Coach Ken, for everything you do.
Thank you. You're welcome. God bless you, Martin.
Awesome call, you guys. Thanks a lot.
Tom, thank you. God bless you.
Great job as always, team. Hi, Breezy.
Thank you, Doc.
Hi.
Can't wait
Thanks
to
a lot,
meet you all at a
Mohammed.
conference. Awesome. God bless you.